Hello, everyone. Good morning. My name is Ayana Elohim. I'm going to be your presenter today. Just some housekeeping before we get started. If you do not have a quote and apply software as of yet, I did put the link in the chat box. All you need to sign up is your email address and your NPN number or your license number if you don't know your NPN number. So we are going to get started. All right, so quote and apply, guys. This is what we're going to be talking about today. Quote and apply is the first ever multi-carrier agent and or consumer facing e-application for life insurance. So just to keep it simple, we give you the agent a link, a landing page, a website, and it gives you or your clients the ability to run life insurance quotes in seconds and apply in minutes. So this is the demo site. If you look up here, it's quoteandapply.io. If you ever want to go and just play around with the software, this is the site to do it. So let's get right into it. So your software looks something like this. This whole page can be customized. So I would suggest putting your logo or your picture here. If you want to change the wording up, you can. And another thing over here is need help. So once this would be your phone number, they'll be able to send you a message. And if you have some kind of calendar link, maybe like Calendly, you can put your link into your boss system and then they can schedule a meeting right here. And I could show you where to do that as well. So first up, it's going to be first to last name. Remember, this can be you or your clients. So I'm just going to pick on myself. And then we get into gender. So female. Now we're into health status. So we know everyone's healthy as a horse, guys, until they actually go to the exam. So we give the percentage of applicants that qualify for each heart. Okay, so 5 hearts, which is super preferred, is only 10% of applicants that qualify, all the way down to 1 heart, which is poor. About 75% of applicants qualify for standard, which is 2 hearts. So I always recommend you just running it at 2 hearts. If you have a specific health class, like a table reading, you can switch it over and it has all the hearts that we just discussed, but it also has table ratings up to table 6. All right. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to run it as 2 hearts. Then we get into smoking use. So smoking is another thing that can knock you out of your preferred health class. So if we want to know if you're smoking currently, we want to know what you're smoking. And we also want to know how often you're doing it. All right. Same thing for previously, what you were smoking, how often you were doing it, and when did you quit. So for now, I'm just going to put never. Height and weight. This is a personal question, so we know we can skip it, but it is going to come back in the underwriting questions and obviously the exam. Last question is birth date. All right, so this is our assist page. This page can be taken off of your site if you do not want it. I suggest keeping it in because if you're putting your link somewhere like social media or your email signature, which we'll go over a little bit later, you will have people going on your site without you knowing, which is the whole point of this, right? So if you have someone who doesn't really know much about life insurance and they need help, they can break it down for them. So do you need help choosing the right insurance? Yes, please. And that breaks it down to what do you really need this insurance policy for? Okay, I want to supplement my retirement income. That's going to be accumulation IUL. I want coverage that also pays for long-term care. That's going to be a protection IUL with a long-term care rider. So if you have some time, I highly suggest you guys go back to these pages and just get familiar with these and what each one is. Okay, some of them are pretty straightforward. Obviously term, right? But just go through it. So if you do not want this, again, you can take it out. If you don't need help, just put no thank you. And then we get right into our quotes. So what this is showing you is $1 million of term insurance. And then we have 10-year term all the way up until a 40-year term. All right. Let's just say they say, Ayana, $1 million is not enough. Just move my cursor up. I need 2 million. And my quotes will update. Same thing, 2 million is not enough. I need 10 million. Good problem to have. Goes right up. All right. Let's move it right back down to 1 million. As you can see, we also have other lines of insurance. We have accidental death. We do have term like I'm showing you. We have return of premium term, and then we have our lifetime. Now, our lifetime is going to be all of our permanent products. So we have a plethora of permanent products. Final expense will also show up if the client is over 45 and the amount is under 40,000. Okay. So let's bring it back to term. Let's say I wanted a 15-year term. The first one that's going to pop up is going to be the lowest price. It also gives you some details. Remember, this is annual, the amount of the term years, if they're going to need an exam, and then the approval estimation. Okay. If you drop down, there's also some more details. So make sure you're looking at everything. But as you scroll down, that was our first one. You have second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, over 15 different options for your clients. If you don't want to show it in the payment for annual, you can switch it over and we can go monthly. You just hit rerun quote, and there is going to be your monthly charges. All right. I always recommend telling your clients, showing your clients really how much they would save if they switch to paying annually. Okay, $13 a year might not sound like a lot, but if you times by 15 years, it does add up. All right. So let's just take a step back. I'm sure you guys have all heard the term of underinsured. So we've built in this calculator for you. Okay. So we found that the clients really love this calculator, but we also found that the agents love it even more, just because they're able to really go through their clients' needs with them and show them the exact number that they'll need. So go through it with your client. Hey, Mr. Client, what's your mortgage balance? Let's just say 400,000, maybe other debt, let's say 20,000. How many children do you have? Let's say I have a 7 and a 9-year-old. The beneficiary benefit. This is what a lot of people tend to forget about. And what is your beneficiary going to need to maintain this lifestyle that they have now, right? The beneficiary duration. The kids are pretty young, so I'll put 15 years. Current coverage, let's say they have nothing, and savings, we'll keep it at 24,000. All right. You just go down and hit calculate. And bam, this is the number they're going to need, the bare minimum of what they'll need to cover the expenses we just went over. Okay. So if they think that might not be the right number, you can go and recalculate it, or you can just hit show quotes for that exact number. As you can see, the cursor has moved up and it's giving you some updated quotes. All right. So I'm just going to move it back down. Let's say I want a 20-year term this time. And I scroll down, let's say I want to go with nationwide. All right. I decide I like the monthly amount. I like all the details. I've dropped down. I've showed my client what it was, how much they're going to be saving per year if they switch, right? And then they still want to do it. So we're going to go in and hit continue. Once I hit continue, I am already into the application for nationwide. I do not have to go anywhere else. I am starting right away. Okay. So you're going to put in your client's email address and phone number. And we're going to go on and hit next. So there's two very important things that happen once I hit next. Okay, the first thing is that the client's going to get an email saying a quote was started for them. It's also going to give them a link to go back and finish that quote if they want to. The next thing that's going to happen is you, the agent, is also going to get a notification that someone started a quote on your site, and it's going to give you their follow-up information, so their email address and their phone number. So we know, guys, fortune is in the follow-up with this business. So we give you that. So I'm going to go on and hit next. Those two things just happened. All right. I just got a text message about it. So it goes right into the client's address. As you start typing in the address, the computer will pull from the IP address. So this is kind of scary and awesome at the same time. Then we get right into employment information. So if their client is not employed, we'll say no. If they are, you're going to hit yes. And then we'll do Let's say I'm in back 9, I'm in sales, and I've been here for 5 years. Same thing with the address, start typing it in, and it will just pull it for you. Go on and hit next. Policy ownership. So if the client does own a policy, you can hit yes. If they do not, you could also do an individual, trust, or business on here, all right? If they do, same thing. Is it going to be an individual, business, or trust? I'm gonna do individual today. My beneficiary information, let's say it was Miss Doe, and she's my sister. Go on and hit next. You can also put the contingent beneficiary information on here. You do not have to. So I'm going to skip it. Then it gets right into income, assets, liabilities. Now, if you have this information for your clients already, you can fill in as much as you possibly can to make it easier for them. And, oops. And go on and hit next. If they have any existing coverage, you can also add it in now. So you just put add coverage, and you just need to know what carrier it is, their policy number, the amount, and then the status of it. If not, that's okay. You just hit skip. Then we get into physicians information. So guys, we know how hard it's been for agents to get their clients' API records right from their doctor's office. So we've actually listened to the cries, and we've put in a portal where you can log into the patient's portal right here online and pull their API records right here on the spot. So if they do have a patient portal, you just hit log into patient portal. And we go to get started. And then you're just gonna find your provider. If it's not listed here, you can search it. Once you do that, you can then pass the mouse if you're doing it on Zoom or doing it with your client and let them log into their patient portal. Then they're able to pull their API records right here on the spot and put it right into the application. If they don't want to do it now, that's fine. You can send them a text message. And then that also gives them an invitation to then go log onto their portal, pull their records, and put it right with the application. All right. Then here are those underwriting questions. So I didn't answer the weight in the beginning, so it is going to come back around right now. And I'm just going to answer these quickly and go on and hit next. If they want to put their policy payment information in, they can do that now. They'll just need their routing number and account number. They do not have to do it right now, so they'll hit no, and then we'll go right into schedule an exam. So a big part that we have a hard time with is the exam, right? One is getting those clients' records, and 2 is actually getting the clients to go for the exam. So we are just built this in to help them out as much as possible. So right here, we have a live calendar. We've partnered with Exam One. This is a live calendar with times that are available. So they're going to pick the day and their time, and the exam is scheduled for them. Now, the client will get a confirmation email with a calendar invite. They will also get a reminder the day before that they have an exam scheduled for the next day. Okay, and the examiner will come to the address that you guys put on the application. If that has to change, we can change that as well. So we're just going to go on and hit next. And we're already into signing preferences. So if you're doing this for your client, you can fill out the whole application for them, send it to them, and they can sign it through their email. If you're doing it on Zoom, or maybe you're back to doing in-person meetings, you just bring your computer and do business as usual, I would hit sign now while it's fresh in their mind. And right now it's just preparing a DocuSign. So I'm sure you guys are all familiar with DocuSign. So you just go right in and then you hit continue. And here is our application all filled out for us. All right. One of the awesome features that Zoom has, if you're doing it over Zoom with your client, you can pass the mouse to your client through Zoom. They can take control and start filling out and start signing it. Okay. So we'll just go on and hit start and sign. They're going to adapt their signature and sign all the way through. Go on and hit finish. And you are completely done. There it is. Application is then sent to Nationwide. At that point, the client is done. All right. One thing I do want to mention is about DocuSign. DocuSign is one of the only signing applications that every carrier who accepts an e-application will accept DocuSign. There are other applications out there that they will not accept. So if you do not have your own DocuSign account, I highly recommend you getting one. If we need something, if the carrier needs something from you, it's just easy for you to scan it, send it to them, let them DocuSign it, and then they send it back, and you can upload it right through your boss system. Okay, so the easier the better. So if you do not have a DocuSign, I highly recommend you getting one. So at that point, the case is sent to Nationwide, the client is done, and the agent can see everything that's going on through their boss system. So your boss system is your back office support system. It's going to look something like this. It might be a white screen. We just have blacked out our screen. That's an option for you as well. So what I want to show you is where you can find these applications. So under your page, you would go to e-applications, okay? So these are all e-applications. See over here, the status, it says quote. So that just means someone went on your page, they ran a quote, but they did not continue to put in their email address and phone number, all right? They just went on, they played a little bit, they didn't continue into the application. Now, if you go down here where it says lead, that just means that they started the quote, they found someone they liked, and then they went into the application. So remember that page where I said there's two important things that are going to happen? You'll put their email address and their phone number. Once we get that information, it then turns into a lead. Okay? Sent just means they sent in the application. All right? So it can be under quotes, and it can also be under e-applications. So one of the other things I want to show you on the boss system, which remember tracks everything from submission all the way to commission, is our marketing tool. So we know many of you don't really do anything with these links, to be quite honest, right? You guys have this at your fingertips. Everybody should know you have this, right? But now more than ever, people don't want to sit with life insurance agents and talk to them for hours about everything. They want to go on, they want to shop around, they want to look around, and if they have questions, they want to reach out, right? So we want to give everyone that opportunity. So the marketing feature that we have here on the boss system is 7 pre-made templates already made for you. Let's say they have a new house and they want to get mortgage protection. This campaign will pop up. Get your free quote. This will be your quoting link, and this will be your information and hopefully your picture. Okay, so you could then put in up to 100 emails manually and send this out as many times as you want. Same thing with all the other campaigns, right? Final expense. This campaign will pop up, your link, all your information, right? Once you put in their email addresses one time, I suggest you copying and pasting and just keeping it in Excel, so every time you can copy and paste it and just put it in there nice and easy. There are 7 different campaigns here, so I recommend doing like a 7-week drip campaign, sending it out once a week and seeing what kind of traction you get on your site. All right. The other thing is if you have some type of mail service like MailChimp or Constant Contact, you can also use these campaigns. All you have to do is hit HTML and copy the HTML code, and then you could just insert it right into your MailChimp or your Constant Contact, and the campaign will pop up, and then send it to your clients as normal. All right, so that is some marketing for you. While we're on the topic of marketing, I do want to show you this email that most of you should have gotten. If you haven't gotten it, please let me know. Just let me know your email address and I can send it to you. Now, this gives you your link. It also gives you a customized button, and it gives you your QR code. Okay, so first thing we recommend you doing is adding your link or your button or your QR code to your email signature. Give everybody the opportunity that you email, the opportunity to run life insurance quotes in seconds and apply in minutes, right? Everybody needs to know you have this. So second thing is to send it out to your current and future clients, your friends, your family. Everybody should know you have this software. And then the third is to add this link to your social media. Guys, social media is so big right now. Everybody's going to social media for recommendations, for everything really. So if you do not use social media, I highly suggest that you start. You do not have to be an expert. You just have to start. You just have to get it out there. I have done a social media webinar in the past. So if you want that, I can send you a copy of it. But we also give you these taglines. So I would recommend putting up your link, and then maybe you want to put a tagline like sick of dealing with life insurance agents, click here to run a quote and apply in minutes. Like I said before, guys, people don't want to sit with agents for hours talking. They don't want to do it anymore. So give everybody and anybody the opportunity to go run a quote in seconds and apply in minutes on their own time. Okay. Let's hop back to the boss system. Another thing I want to go over is impaired risk quotes. So we can do impaired risk quotes right here on the boss system if you have somebody that maybe has diabetes or had cancer in the past or something of the sorts. You can come on here and do an impaired risk quote. What I love about this is we also give you questionnaires to gather all the information from your clients that we need for the impaired risk quote. So that's going to be under forms and applications. And these are the questionnaires right here. Okay, so maybe it was an anxiety disorder. Okay, you're going to download it and go over these questions with your client. All right, once you do that, you then go back into quoting. You can go into impaired risk and you fill out all the information that you have from the questionnaire right here in the quoting system. Now, everything does have to be filled out. Okay, so let's see. I'll just put in some information here quickly so I can show you. Let's say it was cancer. They're gonna want to know the age. They're gonna want to know all this information. So no matter what, something has to be in these boxes. Okay. But you will know all this information if you go in, get the questionnaire, go over it with your client, and then come and put the information in here. So once I put everything in, all the carriers are going to pop up. This is where you can go and pick and choose what carriers you want to send this quote to. So maybe I like John Hancock. Maybe I want to go with Lincoln National, Nationwide, New York Life, Allianz, Protective, Prudential, right? I can go in and pick and choose. What if I decide I don't want John Hancock anymore? Click it again. Now it's off. All right. Once I hit create quote, I'm not going to do it because this is live. It then sends this quote to all the carriers of your choice. Within 24 to 48 hours, the carriers will come back with either an offer or a decline. Okay. The good thing about this is if your client has some type of impaired risk, and let's say they apply to some of these carriers and they deny them, and let's say 2 months down the line, they apply somewhere else, those carriers will not know that Mr. Joe got denied from John Hancock previously. Okay, so this does not stay on their permanent record. This, you will get a quoting, they can give you an offer, maybe they give you a table rating, you then can go onto your quote and apply software and put in the table rating and get more accurate quotes. All right, so that is the impaired risk quoting. So when it comes to, let's talk money. Everyone wants to talk money, right? Let's talk commissions. Under this products tab here on the left-hand side, it breaks down all of the products that we have. So we have over 400 products. Every single one is broken down with first year up to target, renewal, and excess of target. If you want to search by carrier, you can. Let's say I want to go with Allianz, right? If you want to search by the line, you can do that as well. Okay, everything is broken down for you. We are a wholesaler, so we do not get paid any of your commission. You get paid right from the carrier directly to you. We get paid on the back end from the carriers. Another thing is we do not charge for this software. This software is 100% complimentary. Okay, I don't like using the word free because nothing is free and there's no value in free. So everything is 100% complimentary. You get your quoting system, and you also get your back office support system to track everything from submission all the way to commission. Okay, we also have a help center. If you're looking for some help or you're not sure how to do certain things, I suggest going to this help center and just kind of taking a peek around, see what videos we already have made for you. Again, I am here to help with the software, but if you do need other assistance, take a look right here. If you need any other paper applications, we also have the PDF applications right here. We can do a policy review. That is one of the campaigns that we have for marketing, is a policy review. I know a lot of people say, oh, it's okay, I already have life insurance. That's okay. Ask them, can I review your policy just to make sure you're getting the best bang for your buck, right? And then we can go through the policy for them. All right. So we went over some homework. If you guys do not have this email, again, please feel free to put your email in the chat and I will send you this welcome email. And it does have your link, your customized button, and your QR code. And the first thing we want you to do is add this to your email signature. We want you to send it out to any current, future, family, any clients you have, right? And we want you to put it on social media. So Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, whatever social media platform that you use, your quoting system should be on there. All right. So the other thing I want you to just think about is who you know, who you already have in your network, who you have relationships with. I'm not saying go out and find brand new relationships, but maybe you know a CPA firm or a PNC firm or a realtor's office, something like that. Okay, so what I have here on the screen now is one of our agents who is successful at getting their software onto a bank's website. So on this website, do you see anywhere that says anything about quote and apply or back nine insurance? No. Do you see anything about the agent here? No. So what this is showing you is that you're able to put your software anywhere and everywhere and make it look exactly how you want it to look. So you can iframe it and white label it and make it look exactly how you want. So the agent's information is here, right here in the contacts and all their licenses, right? But when you just look at it, you don't see anything. Again, if they need help, yes, it's on a bank's website, but if they say they need help, that's going to go right to the agent's phone number and you can send them a message. And he can also add in his Calendly link as well, so they can schedule a meeting right here on the spot. So start thinking about those relationships that you already have. Maybe you have your own website. You can embed your software right there on the website. All right, so the possibilities are really endless, guys. You can do everything with this software. So I feel like I've given you guys a lot of information. I will stop where I am now and we can do a quick Q&A. I like to keep this around 30 minutes. So let's see if you guys have any questions. Again, if you do not have this software, the link to sign up is in the chat. Again, this is 100% complimentary. All you need is your email address and your NPN number or license number to sign up. Now let's get into some questions. All right, so I see. Let's see. Okay, so someone's asking about the security. Yes, guys, on our quote and apply software, we do take a lot of information, right? So if you go to the quote and apply demo page, so it's quoteandapply.io, and you go up top here where it says security, that explains the security we use. Okay, so if you ever have a question, come here, look through it, read through this whole thing. It breaks it down for you. All right. Another question. Again, it says, do we have to pay for the software? Again, guys, this software is 100% complimentary. We do not ask you guys to pay anything for this software. Okay. You get the quote and apply software, and you also get the back office support system, which is your boss software, which tracks everything from submission all the way to commission. All right. I do want to show you quickly now, if you're looking for your QR code, or maybe you want to make a different custom button, If you come over here on the left-hand side where it says quote and apply, you just go in and you go to your quoting link, okay? Once you do that, this is where you can change everything, okay? So if you want to have, let's say, he wants to put on, so right now on this link, he only has accidental death and term. Let's say he wants to add accumulation IUL. You could just click it and it'll pop back on, okay? Let's say he doesn't like Gerber. I've just taken it off the site. Let's say I want to put it back on. I just click it right back on and it's on. If you go over here to this marketing tab, there are also some other buttons you can use. You can customize. So if you don't want it to say get a quote, maybe you want it to say click here. Oops. You just type it up here and then the buttons will change. Your QR code is also right here. So it is click to copy and then paste it wherever you want to put it. Okay. So again, for that, you go to quote and apply. You're going to go to your link. You'll go under marketing. And that's where your QR code is. All right. I hope that was helpful for you. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I really, really appreciate your time. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. I would love to help. If you have not received this email, please put your email address in the chat and I will send it to you. So you have your link, your button, and I could also put your QR code. And if you have any other questions, I'm here. All right, guys, thank you so much. And you guys have an awesome day.